comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So apparently they extended the lockdown till the 21st of June. Well, it had already been extended, but the restrictions were eased, and Indians over those 3 days abused the restrictions so badly that they're now seriously enforcing the restrictions. So restrictions eased on the 14th, and by the 17th, well, pretty much the 16th, they've had to bring in martial law to enforce it because apparently there were fucking traffic jams all throughout Bangalore on the 15th and 16th. You're not meant to be out and about, apparently. It was just an extension of the essential services. But traffic was absolute fucking chaos, so they had to bring in the armed guard. Maybe not that bad, but they're saying they're cracking down on people fucking being out and about. But we've been out and about, and it's fucking sweet out there. Went for a stroll around the agricultural fucking university today. It was beautiful. It's just acres and acres of fucking mango trees, jackfruit trees, brown dirt, other trees. Fucking, I'm not a botanist. I don't know. It's in the middle of the city pretty much, and it's just fucking acres and acres of fucking nice green land. And what they've done here over the years is chop down every fucking tree in sight to build some shitty apartments. So it's nice to see these big areas of fucking trees and greenery and shit like that. Bangalore used to be the garden state. It used to be green everywhere. Even in the last 10 years since I've been coming here, I've noticed the change. The fucking pollution, because they chopped down all the fucking trees, it's gone through the roof, and the fucking temperature. It used to be quite mild all year round, like 24 to 27 all year. There would be a little bit of a rainy season, but not much going on. Now it gets up to like 40, and it's a fucking hot 40. Now, I don't know anything about man-made global warming, but I have noticed that if you cut down all the fucking trees, and then you throw an extra like 15, 20 million people into the city, and then you litter all the lakes and all the water supplies, shit gets a little bit uncomfortable. And it's just apartments fucking everywhere. They're going up everywhere. It's so fucking ugly as well. You've got these apartments, like, who gives a shit? You've got an apartment surrounded by rubbish. Just around the corner from here, like 2 or 3 minutes drive from here, they're building 3,500 apartments. It's basically a whole new suburb. And already, when it's not locked down, trying to get to the main fucking road is like hell. So I don't know what the fuck it's going to be like when an extra 3,500 people come in. I don't know who the fuck wants to live in these things too. And it's not like they're cheap either. They're about the equivalent of like 600,000 Australian dollars each. And the wages here are fucking horseshit. Even 4 or 5 years out of university, people average about 80,000 rupees, which is maybe the equivalent of about $1,600 Australian per month. And that's pretty good. People are pretty fucking excited about that. And maybe after about 10 years, 12 years, you bump it up to about $3,000 or $4,000 a month. It's not much. If I told you how much the doctors are earning, you'd be fucking pretty shocked. But you wouldn't be as shocked as you would be if I told you how much the lower class are earning. So my wife and her mum were thinking about getting a nanny for the kid just to help out. Because, you know, I've got fucking exercise to do. I've got vlogs to release. I've got podcasts to do. I've got to fucking meditate. My day's pretty chocker. I wouldn't say I am the most help in the world at the moment. But that's why we came to India, to get a fucking chop out. Because we did everything when we were in Melbourne. There was no one fucking chopping us out in Melbourne. It was just us two against the world. So I'm taking a full holiday here. So my wife and her mum were like, yeah, we're thinking of getting a nanny. And I'm like, fuck that. I'll just help out a little bit more. I don't want to be paying for a fucking nanny. What do I have to do? What extra do I have to do? And they're like, well, can you look after the kids for a few hours in the morning? And I'm like, how much are these nannies? Let's get one. I've noticed you two are under a lot of stress. You've been putting in a lot of hard work, and I just think you need a little bit of a helping hand. I don't really care how much it costs anymore, but how much does it cost? And for a full-time nanny, a live-in nanny, that does all the dirty work for you, changes nappies, feeds, puts to sleep, all the fucking legwork, that opens up a lot of time. That time can be used for more quality time with the kids or more scrolling on the phone or whatever. So anyway, a live-in nanny, full-time, 180 Australian dollars a month. And I was like, can I get one just personally for me? Fuck the kids, I want a fucking nanny. $180 a fucking month. That's why everyone who has a kid here has a fucking nanny. All these fucking expats on these Facebook pages I'm on, they have nannies too. Everyone has a fucking nanny, and no wonder at $180 a month. If I could get a nanny in Australia for that price, or something relative, I would have a fucking nanny. What I really want to do is get a nanny here, get the nanny and the kids to build a bond and a rapport, and then import her to Australia and only pay her $180 a month. But then you're going down like a real slippery slope. Like, where is that line between employee and slavery or indentured servitude? I don't know. But it's probably somewhere around the $180 a month. That's what I would say. But anyway, there hasn't been any talk of a nanny for the last couple of weeks, even though I've brought it up almost every single day. So it doesn't look like we're getting a nanny. And I don't know how I ended up here, but don't cut down all the trees. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, that will do for tonight. Driving vlog number 3 will be out on the Patreon tonight. Probably by the time you're listening to this, it will already be out on the Patreon. So head there and check it out. I think this one is better than the first 2. There's a little bit more action in it. Anyway, that's all for tonight, and I'll see you the fuck later.